Hello everyone, Daniel here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, I'll be doing a review of Anne Rice's Mayfair, which is episode 3, second line. In this issue, in the aftermath of Deidre's grisly death, Rowan searches for safety in a strange city. Cyprian provides Rowan with a safe house while he investigates Deidre's murder, and Lasher finally makes contact with Rowan, but not in the way one might have expected. This episode is directed by Axel Carolyn and written by Michelle Ashford, and it's Spalding. All this based on the work of Anne Rice. Alexandra Daddario is Rowan Fielding, Jack Houston is Lasher, Tongai Chirisa is Cyprian, and Annabeth Gish as Deidre. So this is a really interesting episode. The review is a little bit late because Mayfair Witch is not totally up at the top of the queue to watch, but I do want to keep making these reviews. I know some people are enjoying them. Overall, I'm still enjoying the show, even though it hasn't really hit its stride. But episode 3 really delves into death and the afterlife, but it falls short a little bit on exploration. The episode left me feeling a little bit frustrated as some of the plotline remains unclear, with the character of Lasher also remaining a mystery. I will say the chemistry between Jack Houston and Alexander Dario is very strong, but the lack of the mysticism and the supernatural elements of the show, it is a little bit disappointing. Also, the flashbacks to 1681 Scotland are a little bit confusing. They don't really add to the overall story at the moment. Uh, the cold opens just really add this layer of confusion, which it's unclear for now what the purpose of these flashbacks is. It would be more beneficial if they were better integrated into the story. So, I'm left wondering if these flashbacks are really building up to a bigger reveal, or they're just there to add a little bit of confusion. Now, despite the lack of information provided on Lasher, Houston and the Dario just are really like every time they're on screen together, it just really works, which makes sense because it makes sense why Houston was cast as Slasher. The audience can see how he's able to seduce the Mayfair women with ease. However, the show is supposed to be about the dark abuses of magic and power, centuries-old family of witches in the deep south. So we're still not exploring as many of those elements as we probably should, which hopefully we'll see in future episodes. That would definitely make the show more compelling. Now, Rowan, as the main character, must deal with the immediate aftermath of Deidre's death, which is kind of where we left off in the last episode. She finally meets some of her family members, like Carlotta, for the first time. She's definitely the most frightening of these, I'll say, villains for now in the show, or definitely, I don't know. That part's also very confusing. It is clear to see how far she's willing to go to protect her lineage from Lasher. The episode reaches its climax when Rowan comes face to face with Lasher for the first time during a quintessential New Orleans second line, a parade being held in the honor of a man's funeral to celebrate his life, which that part is very cool to explore, just the culture and how different rituals are done. Lasher shows up disguised as a woman who convinces Rowan to drink an unknown substance, and that opens him up, makes her a little bit more susceptible to Lasher, which even leads to a kiss in the middle of the parade celebration. So this interlude between them also segues Rowan into a dream where she runs into what she believes to be her mom Deidre at the Mayfair house, but she soon realizes that that is something else. And I like that the character of Rowan uh, can clearly see through all this deception. So we finally go back to Cyprian, and she's going back to safety. In the meanwhile, here's another reason why Carlotta seems just like this really menacing antagonist for the moment. She knows that Lasher is on the loose, so she puts a new plan into action. Essentially, she sacrifices Deidre's former maid as punishment for letting Deidre leave the house. So without Deidre, Lasher is no longer bound to anyone, and Carlotta needs to find a new host to keep him under control for now. So like all this stuff, there's a lot of really interesting threads that are being thrown out there, but sometimes the show doesn't fully follow up on all these things. So overall, while this episode has its flaws, it still holds potential for an exciting storyline to unfold as the season progresses. I'm definitely wanting to know more information about a lot of things, including Lasher, the Mayfair bloodline, and then just get a clearer understanding of what's going on with the plotline. Even though the episode it was not perfect, I'm still very hopeful that the show will continue to improve and provide more thrilling moments in the future. But you guys let me know what you thought of episode 3 of Mayfair Witches down in the comments. And as always, thank you for watching, everyone. Remember to share, like, subscribe. Let us know what else you're watching, what else you're into, what else I should watch while I have this AMC Plus. While I have the AMC Plus subscription, including Shutter, all that stuff down in the comments. So as always, thanks for watching, everyone. Bye bye.